Welcome to the Dance Studio Empire podcast business series. This podcast is about building your studio empire, whatever that is for you, whether you're just getting started or striving to hit the elusive $1 million mark. This business series will give you the confidence and know-how you need to transform your studio and give you the business you've always wanted. So sit back and get ready to build your dance studio empire. Hey dance studio owners, and welcome back to another episode of the Dance Studio Empire podcast. This is the podcast that empowers dance studio entrepreneurs like yourself to build thriving businesses. Now, it's me. It really is me, Jen Dalton, your host. I have just lost my voice and it's finally all caught up with me. The last couple of weeks have been huge, as probably have been for you. If you're having your recital, maybe you've been having your mid-year performances or they're coming up. That's exactly where I've been in depth with that. We had our own mid-year showcase a couple of weeks ago, helping out with another studio last weekend with her mid-year showcase. And of course, I've been onboarding and welcoming new members into our masterminds, which has been exciting, really exciting, actually. So it's finally all caught up. But I'm here, and I do apologize for the low, deep voice, but know that hopefully I'm going to give you something that's going to be helpful anyway. All right, so this episode, I'm actually just going to be talking about the details of the upcoming Business of Dance conference that I am running in exactly 1 month from today. I'm so excited about this. So bear with me. First of all, I know there are quite a few of you who already have tickets, and I'm so excited. And I hope by the end of this episode, those who aren't sure or are sitting on the fence are convinced that this is the event that you do not want to miss. Now, let me tell you why this conference is a game changer for dance studio entrepreneurs or the CEO or the dance boss, like whatever you want to call yourself. The Business of Dance conference, it's not your average gathering of dance studio owners, okay? Now this event, it's unique because I'm focusing in on the business side of running a successful dance studio. Now we have lots of opportunities to attend events or do trainings on a different level of running your dance studio, but I'm taking this to a new level, and I'm getting in. It's going to be filled with like incredible speakers who are experts in their field, covering things like money and revenue and like setting yourself up for profit. I'm getting in the most incredible marketer who she's going to be talking messaging, copywriting. She's going to be talking, of course, my favorite, ChatGPT. We're going to be covering leadership. We're going to be just talking about things that aren't spoken about in your average conferences. So these leaders are going to be sharing invaluable knowledge and insights with you to help you take your studio to new heights. So you're going to be inspired by their stories, and they're equipped with practical strategies that you're going to be able to implement right away, if not on the day. So what sets the Dance Business Conference apart is the dedication to creating an inclusive and supportive environment. Now, I understand you have to know, I understand that walking into a room full of strangers can be daunting, but rest assured, I've got your back. Okay, so whether you're an introvert like me, a first-time attendee, or you're just looking to connect with fellow studio owners, then this conference is designed to make you feel welcomed and supported. So if you're feeling a bit not quite sure, just do it. Just click the button, get your ticket, and come. I promise we will look after you. One of the highlights of the conference is the opportunity to engage in breakout groups. So imagine being surrounded by other studio owners who are facing similar challenges and opportunities like you are. In these sessions, because they're going to be in smaller groups, it'll just allow you to connect, have conversations with like-minded individuals. You'll be able to share experiences and you'll be able to ask specific questions to our expert coaches. It's just a chance for you to gain a personal insight and advice that's tailored to your unique studio, because that's part of the reason I've kept this conference small, is so that you can have that one-on-one attention. Okay, now I'm not yet going to reveal the name of our incredible speakers just yet. Just keep your eye out on our socials, because I'm going to be releasing them over the next coming weeks. But trust me when I say that they are the leaders who have achieved remarkable success in their businesses. And each speaker will bring a wealth of knowledge and expertise that will leave you inspired and ready to take action, because that's what it's all about. You can get all the information, you can read everything, you can watch videos, but you need to actually put it into action to see the results. And so that is my goal. The Business of Dance Conference is your gateway to unlocking the secrets of running a thriving dance studio empire. Well, it truly is an investment in yourself and your business. But here's the exciting news. There are still early bird tickets available, but only for a limited time. So probably till, I think it's the middle of next week. We've got early bird ticket prices, but then they end. So make sure that you get in before that. And also, we do have a VIP ticket option, but they are almost sold out. I'm pretty sure at the moment there are only 4 tickets left, I think, in the VIP option. So it is worth getting in, because that is going to be an amazing experience as well. So only a few spots remain. Make sure you get in so you don't miss out. Okay, I want you to open your diary right now, put it in 7th of July. It's happening. We'll be gathering in the beautiful venue of Club York, and you'll be surrounded by fellow dance studio entrepreneurs who are just as passionate and driven as you are. So if you are looking for more information, if you head to the website www.thebusinessofdance.au, then you'll be able to find out the information. There'll also be the buttons to click straight to get your tickets. Okay, so now into the episode for this week. As I mentioned before, we've just been in our mid-year showcase season, and it was really interesting for me to be there. And I was observing what was going on in the auditorium. I was watching the teachers. I was listening to what they were saying to the students. I was watching the interaction between teachers and parents, and even the teachers with each other. And it got me thinking about how important connection is to running a successful studio. And not only is it important, for the child as an individual, but it's really important for retention as well, which is an area that we have to constantly be working on as dance studio owners, because that's how we truly build our business. And I know we're always focusing on getting new kids into the studio, but we need to spend just as much time, if not more, working on the retention and the different strategies. And so one of those, and probably the most important one, I believe, is connection. And so I thought for this episode, I would just run through a few things that are ways to encourage this connection. Now, whether it's you in the classroom or it's you as a studio owner who might need to mention this or train your teachers and make sure they're doing it, let's just go through some different strategies. They are fairly straightforward, and some of them you probably already do, you already know about, which is excellent, but maybe it's an opportunity to remind your teachers about this. Maybe teacher training if you're looking for something to talk about. So first thing that is so important is knowing the names of your students. And if you're really clever, knowing the parents' names too. So you as the studio owner, if you can know the parents' names, it makes such a difference with the connection that you have with your families. By taking the time to remember and use their names, it just shows that you value and respect them. And as a human, that's what we want, okay? Put yourself in that position. How would it feel if you went into a place and someone remembered your name? It also helps you gain control in the classroom and makes your students feel important. Okay, the second thing is to include all students and maintain eye contact when speaking to them. So you're going to have a variety of personalities in the classroom, and there are going to be kids that you get on really well with, ones that you gel with, and there's going to be ones that you don't gel with so much. The trick is we have to stay neutral, we have to stay professional, and we have to give each student equal attention. Because remember, every student deserves to be seen and heard. Next thing is to choose your words carefully and thinking about the language that you're using. Now, this for you as the owner, this is the language that you use with your teachers. This is the language that you use with your students, with their parents, that your teachers use with your students as well. Avoiding harsh judgments or sarcastic tones is it's so important. And even when I'm saying it, you probably think, oh no, my teachers don't do that, or I would never do that. But it just sort of slips in sometimes. And I think just with the era that we're living in, it's quite common for people to speak that way, particularly for our younger generation teachers. Just remember, little kids don't understand sarcasm, and so that could come across very, very incorrect. If a teacher is saying something in a sarcastic tone, it can come off not in a good light. So it's something to absolutely bring attention to, and instead listen attentively and respond with empathy to any comment that a student says. I have a thing where I just never dismiss an idea, even if a child will come to you, and I know it's usually at the most inappropriate times, and they'll say, what about this, or I've got an idea, what about something like adding this to the dance, or throwing in like a prop here. And even though 9 times out of 10 it's not going to be helpful at all, but I will never dismiss an idea. I'll always just keep the conversation open and encouraging, because there is also a time when they might say something and you're like, yeah, actually, that's a really good idea. I'm going to take that on board. And just giving them that, it's almost just like reassurance that they're being heard and they are important enough to listen to, makes such a difference. Okay, now the next one is just remembering the little details. So taking an interest in your students' lives outside of dance. Now, if they mention a holiday or maybe an achievement from school or something, ask about it the next week, because this is going to show that you care enough to remember. It's important enough. What's happening in their life is important for you to remember and ask them about it. Honestly, it will just strengthen the connection with them so much. And then following on from that is just acknowledging and appreciating those small things. So it might be just one of your students is wearing her hair neatly for a change. Like maybe it's not normally done, but maybe this time she has a beautiful ballet bun. Maybe she's got a new bag, or she's really trying really hard. Just celebrate those little details, because that is going to boost their confidence and motivate them to give you their best. These are really small things. I believe this makes the difference about your studio retention wise, and people speaking about your studio in a way that brings new people in, which of course the goal, we want new kids all the time, and that's by caring about the ones and focusing in on the ones that we have already. Okay. As dance teachers, it's crucial that we understand why our students are there. I'm hoping that you know why your why is, but what about your students? And do your teachers know why your students come? Are they aspiring to be professional? Or are they there just for recreational enjoyment? Just a bit of exercise, meet new friends. Maybe it's even their parents. What's their why? Why have they enrolled them? Knowing this is what will make your classes run so much better, and your students will gel more, because knowing their motivation allows you then to tailor your teaching approach to create experiences that are going to keep them growing, keep them improving. Again, for your teachers, they need to know this, so their classes are running well and the kids are happy, but they're also still improving. So really, really important. Now, remember, this is a tough one, and the conversation, I do bring this up in my training quite regularly with my teachers, because they need to remember that the class is about the students and not the teacher. It's not about them. And so it's really important to create a positive and supportive atmosphere in the classroom that fosters high morale. Students who feel valued and cared for will be more motivated to excel. So on the other hand, if there's negative messages or comments that are being thrown at the students, or that's not very good, or that was terrible, how come you don't remember it? This is actually detrimental to their self-esteem but also the overall learning experience. And look, I know it can be challenging, especially when we want our students to perform routines flawlessly. But as teachers and studio owners, training our teachers, we need to meet them where they are and teach them accordingly. So, let's go off our own expectation. Let go of our own expectations and focus on the students' growth and development. And it's a fine line. I absolutely get it. And it's an extra thing that a teacher needs to know about. But if they do it long enough, it does become second nature. Okay, our goal is to nurture positive self-esteem and that passion for dance that each of those students have. Show them that you believe in their potential, regardless of their skill level. So, and this is simple as smiling, making eye contact, giving them approval and care, give them compliments that make them feel valued. 100%, we always have to be giving feedback, like absolutely, but it can be done in a way that's actually going to be effective as opposed to detrimental to their growth. Now, teaching is about your students. It's not about satisfying your ego or your teacher's ego. So we have to just set aside personal agenda to do what's best for them. And when you prioritize their needs, the connection then deepens and the learning experience becomes truly transformative. And I've had teachers in the past, a while ago now, because I've learned my lessons as well. So I'm very careful about who I hire, but there have been teachers that have come in and honestly, all they are doing is teaching themselves looking in the mirror and just making sure that they look amazing. Then all of a sudden their classes aren't coming together, the routines aren't looking tidy, and it all becomes about the student's fault. You're not trying hard enough. You're not practicing. It's up to you. It's your responsibility. And like these comments, and it's not. It's the teacher's responsibility, and that's the difference. But again, it's just something that I learned over time, and so I'm very careful then when I'm bringing new teachers into the classroom that they don't have that type of attitude. But if I do see it slipping in, I just jump on it straight away. All right, I am going to wrap that up today. I'm going to make sure I have my voice back for next week for you. I hope you have got something from that. As I mentioned, like this could be a really good topic to bring up for teacher training. It's probably time to start thinking about your next sort of teacher training. So yeah, and happy to go into more detail if you like. Just let me know, of course. And don't forget, get your tickets for the Business of Dance conference. I will leave links below for all the information. But yeah, I really hope to see you there. If you have any questions, please let me know. Follow me on socials or Facebook, or even just send me an email. It's all me. I'll be responding. But anyway, I want you to go and have a really great week, and I will chat to you soon. Get ready to be inspired and challenged by some of the most innovative and forward-thinking experts in the industry. Our speakers and thought leaders bring a unique perspective and a wealth of knowledge that will help you take your business to the next level. No matter where you are in your business journey, whether you are just starting out or you are striving to reach that coveted $1 million mark, the Business of Dance Conference is designed to empower you with the knowledge and confidence you need to transform your studio into the thriving business you've always dreamed of. Get ready to unlock new potentials, new possibilities, and gain fresh insight with like-minded professionals who are just as passionate about your success as you are. Tickets are now on sale, so make sure you grab them before they run out. I will leave a link below, and I can't wait to see you there.